Hello beautiful souls, it's nomadtarot speaking. Today we're going to find out what is the most attractive about you, okay? And what people find attractive about your personality and your physiques, okay? So as usual, you have 5 stone sets here in front of you. The first being the crystal quartz, second is pink agate, third one is tiger eye, fourth one is blue agate, and the last fifth one is the amethyst. So what I want you to do, you have to really concentrate on these stones, each of them, and see which one calls you the most, okay? So set number 1, set number 2, set number 3, set number 4, and set number 5. Okay, so just breathe in, breathe out, and let's start. So the first option is for the ones that have chosen this beautiful crystal quartz. So why are you attractive? What is the most attractive about you that people find? Okay, so we have Wheel of Fortune, Four of Wands, Ace of Cups, 9 of Swords, and the World. Wow, so much going on about you. Look, we are starting your spread with the Wheel of Fortune and we're ending with the World. So it's like the whole complexion, okay? People find you so attractive because you're never the same, okay? You're constantly changing, constantly living the moments. You're a spontaneous one, and you're always seeking for something more. And you're very, very on a high vibration level, so people are really seeing you as a high potential of this world. People feel inspired being around you. It's like you have that universe knowledge inside yourself and you are opening it up to the people all the time. So you're giving advices. People are always seeking for your help and your opinion about things in their lives, because you also have a very open heart, okay? So you really care for people, and people really feel loved being around you, okay? You're kind of a transformative one, because sometimes, you know, you can speak up things that are for some people too direct or too raw or too taboo, okay? So you're kind of the one opening the door to that kind of unknown closet, okay? And letting them out and letting all the things out and go. So that's why people are really, really attracted to you, because you have that complexion and you're in such a raw state. It's like they feel hugged by your energy all the time, because they feel like at home being with you. They feel protected, they feel strong, they feel inspired, they feel that they can do anything being around you, okay? And your energy is really strong, actually. You just really unite, you know, the laws of the universe. So I see that you have a really long distance of past lives. So your past lives were really in depth in this world, okay? So that's why you're kind of bringing that knowledge from your past lives, you know, to this world. And doesn't matter your age, you are always the most mature one in your social groups and your friends, and in general, wherever you go, you're always above everyone, because you already know what is it in here for this world. And in this world you have that kind of sense in a gut which you really trust, and people find that really strong about you. They love your heart, okay? They love that you're being super supportive. You're kind of a natural healer, okay? And you always show people that in any bad situations, there is a way out. So you're always giving that message to them and really like kind of protecting them from all the bad things that are happening in life. So you have that kind of very straightforward opinion, even sometimes, you know, that you can be quite strong with your words, but you always do that from the greatest high spiritual intentions, because you know that the information that you're giving and the way you're expressing it, it's because you really want people to see, you know, that there is something else rather than, you know, just simple situation that they think that they are in. Okay, so again, it's sometimes quite hard for you to find the right people because you are on a really high vibration level. Okay, so there are very few people in the world having these kind of really developed skills as you do. So that's why sometimes it's harder for you to find people that are on the same level as you are. Okay, but anyway, it does not really matter to you because you are kind of the world's healer. You're here, you know, to show people that there is a way out and there is always a better way there. So people find you extremely attractive because of your spiritual wisdom. Okay, and they feel that you are the perfect mother or father. Okay, and that you will be always fighting for the family and friends. That's why if you make relationships and friendships, they are always long term. Okay, and people just really stick to your life and you choose carefully with whom to be in this life, because you really do understand that, you know, the people you surround yourself with are actually the ones that have passed different trials and they are as closest as possible to your vibration level. Okay, so people around you are also very wise and they do really respect you. So there is a lot of attraction out of respect here, that people sometimes even feel small next to you, and this is something that keeps them going because they want to go on adventure with you. They want to see what's more in this life. Okay, because they know that you can show them, you know, you can open all those different colors because you're always changing. You're just opening, you know, the world every single time more and more. There are no taboos, there are no limits to you. There is nothing. You don't have cages around you. You are a free bird, and that's extremely attractive about you, and people, they just fall so much because of that. So I hope it was helpful. It was the answer for the ones that have chosen the crystal quartz. Okay, here is the answer for the ones that have chosen this second set of pink agate. So why people find you attractive? What is it the most attractive about you? So we have Page of Wands, the Hanged Man, Nine of Pentacles, Temperance, and Four of Swords. Okay, so people find you really attractive because you are attractive. Okay, you're passionate, so you're kind of very young spirited. Okay, and you always like to go on adventure as well. It's something really good about you because you really care for your actions, though, you know, even though you like to risk sometimes, you always stick to your own value base. And this is something very important because you see this life and you see relationships and anything you do as a long-term thing. Okay, so that is something that people really like about you, and that's why they want to get in touch with you and stay connected with you, because they know that you definitely care for people and that you are always a friend or a partner of a long term. Okay, you also like to enjoy your exterior part and your exterior world, such as is your body as well, so you take great care of your body. Body is really important to you, okay? So you really like to dress up, have nice haircut or makeup, whatever it is. You always like to take care of your appearance, and this is something that is also really attractive about you, because people first, they see how do you look, you know, your body shape and your style, and they really love it. Your style, you know, and how you actually present your body to this world. Your fashion sense is something very attractive to everyone, the same sex and the opposite sex especially, okay? I just really that you have that aura around you of kind of luxury and really like a good style, like a good sense of things. You like things to be fine, so you like to go on dates, you know, to fine restaurants, and you also choose activities where you have to stay fit or you have to try something new. You always like to go to new places, you know, to see what you can find there, you know, and you don't stick, let's say, to the same old patterns. You like to risk, but not going too much out of your path, out of your line. So you like to risk about small things about in this life, okay, but not the real, let's say, stable, like milestone things in your life, such as relationships, friendships, your job, okay. People see you as you are a natural talent, okay, so that you naturally know how to communicate with people, and you're quite chatty and you're like really flirty sometimes, okay. So this is something that people see about you, and actually they love that about you, because not only that you are good looking, but also you know how to use the word, you know, and how to speak. So you're a great communicator, okay, so that's why people are really falling for this, because it's so easy to talk with you, you know, with about any topic really. You always show great interest into people, and they find like being very comfortable surrounded by you, because you're always like a conversation starter, and you're always like looking for let's say new ways, new discoveries, and you want to meet new people all the time. So you're always surrounded by people as well, you know, like trying to become your friends or your partners, okay. So this is something really attractive. So first of all is the exterior part, so your body and your style is super attractive, and then your chatty, flirty personality is something that people just love about you. But this is something super great about you, because even though you like to flirt a little bit here and there, you still really keep those long-term values, such as, for instance, applied for relationships. So when you fall in love, or when you are in love, you really see that person as a long term, no matter what happens. So you really like to see people as potential individuals for your lifetime, okay. Could be sometimes that you are when you are not in a relationship, you can become a little bit closed up, okay. So for you it's very important to be surrounded by people. You need to socialize a lot, okay, in order to stay active, because if you don't do that, then sometimes, you know, you're just becoming a little bit too lazy, and this is when the things are stopping a little bit for you. But normally you're in a really social, flirty mode, and this is extremely attractive about you. So that was the answer for the ones that have chosen the pink agate. Okay, so this is the third option for the ones that have chosen this tiger eye stone. So what is attractive about you that people love about you? Okay, so we got Judgment, the Devil, Six of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Moon. Wow, such a strong energy you have in there. Well, the first energy that I'm getting from here is that you are extremely attractive. You just have that charisma. It's not about your physical body, it's actually about your personality. and you have that kind of natural charisma going around you that people just can't resist. You are like a spell for people. They just feel enchanted by you. They just feel that they always want to be with you. Your energy is so strong that people sometimes they can't identify whether it's good or bad. And you can be both good and bad, to be honest. First of all, I see that you have a lot of a kind of sexy feel to you, okay, so that you really like those kind of physical body games, and you really like to let's say that kind of play a love game, you know, so you like dating, you like going on different dates with different people sometimes even, you know, you are just really open about all these kind of love things, okay, and in general many things in your life you're really open about, and this is something that people they just love about you. There is one side note here, you're actually a true heartbreaker, okay, so because you take life quite for fun, okay, and you take people and relationships quite for fun, so sometimes people they expect a lot from you, like you're going to, you know, that they start dating you and they feel that they are going to marry you already, you know, and this is something that is not really on your mind, you know, you just like to discover new people and you like to stay with different people, and it's just kind of hard for you to stick to one specific partner. So this is something that is actually really attractive about you, to be honest, and don't be mistaken by this sentence. It's because you have that kind of sexual attraction so much that people just kind of fall for you because you are so spontaneous that, you know, they can't really suspect, you know, what's on your mind. You know, you're just a real player and you really enjoy playing games with people, okay? You always try to be fair with people, okay? And really, you know, when you are with them, even if it's short term, you always are there 100%, okay? So emotionally, physically, everything is there 100% for you in the relationship. So it's a really passionate personality that you have, and people they just can't resist, you know, they just go like flies to the lights, and sometimes they burn, sometimes they stay there, you know, and they become, let's say, your life partners or your long-term friends, you know. So this is something that is, you know, inevitable with you, that people they just come to you and they just want to stay with you, and they just desire you. That's the thing here. You're so attractive that there is a desire here. And it's also true that you sometimes like to manipulate people a little bit. So you're really good with psychology, okay? So all these kind of mind games, you know them all, okay? You know what to speak, when to shut up, you know, when to stay silent and not say anything. You really know how to play with those moments, and people they just can't predict anything about you. And this is something what is the most charming about you, you know, that kind of really like kind of untamed sexual flame that you have. And not only sexual, you know, it's all everything about mind as well, because you're really secretive sometimes, you know, and as you're keeping secrets, people are just even more interested in you because they want to see what are your secrets. And sometimes you just give them little by little, sometimes you just don't give them at all, and people just always thinking what's on your mind, what's going on inside you. So they want to know that because your charisma is just groundbreaking. It's something that is lifting people up, you know, and they just start to desire. They start seeing things in life with different colors, and they just really want to be with you and discover all those colors. So yeah, truth is that you're also a heartbreaker, as mentioned before, and that's why sometimes, you know, people can get really depressed maybe about you, and that you can leave them slightly broken. It's just because they fall for this adventure with you with everything they have, and they just sometimes do not calculate that maybe what you want is just to have relationship for fun, and this is something that they just do not take care and they do not think when they start with you, and you make it actually pretty clear to them, hey, I want to stay like this and let's see what happens, just let's not compromise and let's not make long-term plans. Let's see how it goes. So if it goes fine, you're perfectly fine to stay with that person. But people, they, when they catch you, they kind of feel that it's for a lifelong term, and you're kind of that stallion that doesn't like to be tamed. And you decide with whom you want to be tamed, okay? And it's not actually a good term to use, tame, in this sense. It's more about that you are looking always for that kind of emotional, like really deep emotional connection. And until it's not there, you just have things for fun with people. And this is something that is really, groundbreaking. You are just a sex bomb, to be honest, and this is what people see in you, and this is why they just can't resist you. So that was the answer for the ones that have chosen a tiger's eye stone. Okay, here is the fourth option for the ones that have chosen this blue agate. So what is the most attractive about you that people can't resist? So we have 8 of Cups, 2 of Cups, King of Swords, 2 of Wands, and the Death card. Okay. So, to be honest, what people like the most about you and why they fall for you is that you are both very emotional and also very strict. So you are quite balanced, So this means that you can be moody sometimes. And this is something quite romantic about you, and people find you romantic because you can be sometimes a little bit sad, a little bit depressed, sometimes with kind of nostalgic, melancholic feelings around you. You have that kind of vibe of, like the old movies, love scene around you. It's like drama, around you all the time, And that kind of drama, even though sometimes it's not that sparkling one, as you might imagine, that kind of drama is something that people really like and they feel attractive about you because, it can be that you both are vulnerable, but also you're both strong. So you have different sides, at the same time. So you have the white and the dark side inside you, and they never know with which side they're gonna meet that day. Okay, and this is something for them like a discovery, for them. So they see you as an extremely powerful person. Okay, you are very transformative. Okay, so when people are around you, they find that you're kind of transforming them and you're kind of making them to think from different perspective, even though it could be sometimes more negative one. So you're kind of showing the darker side of life to the people and making them to become more comfortable with it. So you're not afraid speaking up about problems and issues of life, okay? And this is something that is, you're not always a cheerful personality, and people, they like that about you because you are not fake. You are zero fake. You just live your emotions, whether it's love, whether it's sadness, whether it's depression, whether it's joy, you live them completely at the fullest, okay? So this is something that people love about you, and they just really don't know how you're gonna be each single time. At the same time, you're very strict and you really cut people off your life that do not serve. So, for instance, if you feel that someone is becoming more kind of negative around you or more, let's say, energetically consuming, you're the first one to spot on that thing, and this is when you kind of cut those people off, okay? So this is something quite good about you, because you are not attached to anyone, to be honest, okay? You're like a real Aquarius, you know, you're just not attached with anyone. And then it's something for you easy, you know, to change and switch friends or partners, because you always seek for a deeper meaning as well with people, and you really want to share your love and your thoughts with someone. But if you feel that someone is not really working on your vibration level, then you just cut people off, and that's it. And for you, it's quite easy to move on. You are quite independent, okay, and you're not attached to any physical place as well, okay? So for you, changes are not extreme. You don't care about changes. You can change as many times as you want, whether it's a physical place, whether it's people, partners, friends, whatever it is. You always seek for kind of a deeper meaning in a place or with people that you are with at, you know, the period of life that you're in. So this is something kind of being this really adventurous soul, you know, something that you have, you know, that you are free spirit, you're a free mind. So that's why people they like about you. They sometimes understand, you know, that you can be quite negative for them sometimes, even because you're kind of opening, you know, those kind of darker truths to them. But they always remember you. They always remember you because you, in one way or another, changed their lives, okay? You're a transformative one. Your kind of mindset and your thoughts, they're just flowing free. And this is something that is flowing from your heart as well, and from your mind, because you're extremely intellectual, but at the same time your emotional intellect is also like a really high one, okay? So that is something extremely attractive about you, and people, they just want to be with you because of that, because they never know what's gonna happen with you, and you're kind of like opening, you know, the side, that darker side of life, and you just come and leave like a wind, like a real free spirit, and they don't know if they're gonna see you again or not. And that's something that, you know, have that special kind of aura, you know, of independent person, absolutely independent person. This is something extremely attractive, because that makes you very strong. Okay, so that was the answer for the ones that have chosen a blue agate. Okay, and here is the option for the ones that have chosen this amethyst stone. Okay, so what is the most attractive about you that people see in you? So we have King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and Justice. Wow, so many figures here. So first of all, you're always surrounded by people, and you always seek for higher knowledge of people. So you like to surround yourself with people that are either more mature than you or more experienced than you, because you really want to soak their knowledge, and you really want to broaden up your world and your vision in general about anything in this life. You're always interested in something, whether it's your field or not. You are interested, and you want to really create your own criteria. So this is something very strong about you. You have your own criteria, and it's really strong. So you're very, very grounded as well. Okay, so you stick to your plans, you stick to your goals. Okay, you always make things long term. You don't like things to be spontaneous, okay? And this is something that is very attractive about you. So also what I see from these cards, that you're a very individualistic person, so extremely independent, okay? So actually you don't need anyone, you know, to prove you know, your existence, your choices. You actually sometimes don't even need love, you know, to support you in this life, because you have like the full complexion of feelings yourself, you know, that it feels like that it's enough for you as well. Also, you know, you're always, you know, in circles of intelligent people, in circles of people that can give more, always to give more, and you also have a tendency to give your energy, you know, to other people, weaker people than you. So you're very attractive to people because you kind of have that girl boss or boy boss type, you know, of spirit inside you, okay? That is super attractive because people, they know that you are extremely firm about your life, your decisions, and they kind of like to get inspired by that. So you're really inspiring because, you know, you're that kind of basically, you know, being so dominant and bossy, even sometimes bossy actually, yeah, is something that is attractive because even though it doesn't matter your age, whether you're at young age or older one, you're always above them, you're always above your age group, people that surround you, okay? So sometimes you can even find yourself in situations but that you have a lot of people kind of following you and asking for your advices, and you're kind of acting a mother, like a mother or a father to people. And this is something that is actually very, very strong about you, you know, that you make people feel protected around you, okay? Also, you're good with money, okay? So it's very likely that you are already on a really high position in your life, or you will be if you're a younger one. So it's kind of a boss type spread, okay? So you know, it's very suitable for you to be kind of leading a team or being boss in general, you know, or at least being, you know, your own, let's say your own boss, you know. So you really like to depend only from yourself, not from other people. You have a very strong opinion and you have a straightforward way to express it, okay? So you really build up that criteria yourself, okay? And this is something that many people, they lack, okay, to have their own criteria, so they see you as an example, okay, like they would like to be when they grow up, even though they can be grown-ups already, but you're always that example of what more can be achieved in this life if you focus your energy to the right path, okay? So again, you're not spontaneous, you like things to be planned, well measured, calculated. So this is something very strong about you. So you would rather be an expert in one area than just being so in different areas. So you really stick to your original plan, you know, when you calculate it and see all the risks, you know, and benefits from it. So then you really stick to the original plan and you don't switch your mind too often. And this is something, you know, to have that firm kind of state of mind and decision-making skills is something very attractive about you, because people, they kind of feel more vulnerable around you and they feel that, you know, you can put things in place, you know, while showing your own example. At the same time, it's very interesting, you're also extremely spiritual. So it's like that you have that third eye open, even though you're not really noticing that, because you feel that everything that you do, it comes from your pure calculation and organization. Actually, you do have a strong intuition, okay, and you are well connected with universe. So a lot of knowledge that you're receiving actually is from there. At the same time, you really like things to be long term, okay? So if you start a friendship or a relationship, you like it to be a long term, okay? So you don't like to switch things up, you know. Normally, you know, you would stay with the same partner or a friend circle for the rest of your life, but they are also very well picked. So you pick people around you really well. They have to be at least at the same level as you are, okay? You know, maybe can be different than you are, but again, very powerful and dominant, okay, people, and very independent rather than dominant, okay, because you're also dominant yourself. So, you know, having other dominant spirits around you, it's quite hard, but you actually know how to cope with that. Independent is the word, because you really respect independent people who really are responsible for their own decisions and their lifestyle. Okay, so you really like people to be basically well prepared and well and really straightforward as well. You really like messages to be straightforward. Again, spirituality is something very close to you anyway. You are quite empathetic, you can feel people actually, and even though you are being strict and straightforward with them, it's always because you believe that they can achieve better things or better results. So you can be tough sometimes, but there is always like a higher purpose behind that. Okay, so even though sometimes people do not understand that, but you do that because you do have that really broad view on the situation. Okay, again, you really like to look good. Okay, so you care for your exterior parts, so your body as well. You like to dress up well. You're not chasing the fashion or trends. You have your own style, which is most of the times very classical. You own fashion or style and not fashion owns you. So you really use clothing in order to bring the message to the world saying that you are strong, independent, and you really dress up clothes and not clothes dress up you. You know what I mean? Your energy is that strong, that is the clothing is just something extra that helps you to basically show to the world who you really are. Strong, independent personality. Okay, but you really like to care about your style again, even though it looks sometimes quite plain or classical, too much maybe sometimes for some people, but it's actually very well thought. So you really like to invest into good things, and this is something again very attractive about you, that you do not chase any trends, you do not chase opinions that are trendy at the moment, or fashion, whatever it is. You make your own, and this is extremely attractive because that means that you are so independent that you don't give up. I don't say a word about this world and what's going on. You always have your opinion, whether it's political, social, lifestyle, or fashion, whatever it is, you have your opinion. And that's the most attractive about you. People, they just can't resist. They just want to shine in your light. So that's why you're always surrounded by people, and very kind of high levels is something that you are always trying to achieve in everything that you do. So that was the answer for the ones that have chosen the amethyst stone. Okay, also that was it for this video. All the answers responded. I would like to ask you actually, what do you find the most attractive about yourself? Please leave that in the comments below. Also, all the information for private readings and options will be written in the description box, so feel free to email me if you need more personalized guidance. And thank you a lot for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.